Okay, so we're going to do the same thing we did yesterday, which was dividing polynomials. If you were not here yesterday, make sure you watch the video from yesterday. That's in the calendar. Okay, so all of the front page is dividing by a monomial. That means you are dividing by one thing only. Dividing by this, by this, by this. That's one thing, right? So we are going to divide just like we did yesterday, where we separate everything and divide it by that number. Okay, so then you just divide the 24 and the 8, which is 3, and then you have x squared left over. Divide the negative 16 by 8, that's negative 2. You have x cubed left over. 8 divided by 8 is 1, that cancels. Positive x left over, and then negative 16 divided by 8 is negative 2. Done. Right? That's your answer. You don't have to do anything else. Let's get to some harder problems. Let's do number 6. Okay, I'm going to make this bigger. Problem number 6, you are dividing everything by 4x to the 4th y. By 4x to the 4th y. By 4x to the 4th y. Okay? This is divided by this. So, in the first one, I can cancel the 4, I can cancel the x to the 4, and I can cancel the y. What am I left with? Does that give me 0? No, that gives me a 1. Okay? This one, negative 8 divided by 4 is negative 2. How many x's do you have left over? You have 6 on top, 4 on bottom, so you end up with 2 left on top. And then you have 2 y's on top, 1 on bottom, so you end up with 1 y. Again, if you don't understand this, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them on top, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them on bottom. Cancel 1, 2, 3, 4. You're left with 2 on top. That's why I did x squared. Okay? And that's how you keep going. The last one, 12 divided by 4, that's a positive 3. I have 8 x's on top, 4 on bottom, so I have 4 left over. And then I have 6 y's on top, 1 on bottom, so I have 5 left over. And that is your final answer. Okay, so that's how you're going to do the front. Let's go to the back. I'm only going to do one of them in the back because you guys should already know. Let me see. Okay, so this one, again, is being divided by one thing, so just put it underneath all of them. 9q divided by 9q. Wait, I might have to do this one with you. Okay, so 6 divided by 9. Put it in the calculator, math, enter, enter. 6 divided by 9. What's going on? Hold on. Okay, 6 divided by 9, enter. Math, enter, enter, is 2/3. So on your paper, you're going to put 2/3. And then how many cubes do you have left over? Just 1, and it's on top. So you leave it on top. Okay? Negative 18 divided by 9 is negative 2. The cubes cancel. And negative 9 divided by 9, the 9's cancel, and that leaves you with the q on bottom, so it's a negative 1 over q. Okay? That's a q, not a 9. And that's a q, not a 9. Alright, so this one, you're going to separate all of them and divide this by this, divide this by this, divide this by this, just like we did yesterday. So separate them out. 12a squared b divided by 6a squared b minus 3ab squared divided by 6a squared b plus 42ab all over 6a squared b. And then divide it out. I am not going to finish that one for you. You will do that by yourself. And then we get to the good stuff. we are dividing by a binomial. That means by two things. This one's being divided by a binomial, binomial, and binomial. So when you're dividing by two things, we're going to do the box, right? It's a 2 by 2 box. So I'm only going to do one, and you're going to do the other 3. 2 by 2 box. So this goes on the outside of it. So 3r plus 8. Okay? Inside, you're going to put the first term of the trinomial, which is 6r squared, and you're going to put the last term of the trinomial, which is minus 56. This, you're not going to fill out because those two numbers, whatever they are going to end up adding to that negative 5r. Okay? So then we're going to just divide like normal. 6 divided by 3 is 2. R squared divided by r is r. Why? Because r times r is r squared. These two will always be an r and an r, or an x and an x, or a b and a b, whatever they are. Then you're going to divide negative 56 by 8. Negative 56 by 8 in the calculator. Gives you a negative 7. So this is your final answer. Okay? That's how you're going to do problem 5, problem 3, and problem 6. You are not doing problem 8, you are not doing problem 7, and you are not doing the whole bottom of this page. Okay? You're going to do the box with this one. I'll help you set it up. It's a 2 by 2 box. X minus 2 goes on the outside. Oh, hold on. And then inside, you're going to put the first term. No. Time out. We're not doing number 5, because that's x cubed. Don't do number 5. You are doing number 3, and you're not doing number 6. So just finish number 3, and then go back and finish the front page.